Hi, Elias. Welcome to Talk with Tonya. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon.
Thank you, Tonya, for having me.
So, can you tell me, Elias? I know your story, but the people who are watching this video don't know your story. Can you tell me a little bit about how we met each other and how you ended up with us?
Yes, my name is Elias. So my wife suffers from epilepsy. So she's epileptic. So back in time, I think it was 2017. She got pregnant, and we lost the baby very few weeks. And because she takes one handful pill for her, and it can be very harmful for the future fetus. So we started looking for a new ways to have babies, to have a baby first, of course.
Sure.
And there is a well-known journalist in here in the Basque Country, and we got in touch with him, and he told us that he had two babies through Utah Fertility Center. So yeah, so we had like a contact, we had a telephone, we had like a email. So we wrote to that email, and all of the sudden we were having like an online conversation that in the same way we are doing now. Yeah, we I remember the first conversation was with you and Dr. Falk.
Yeah, Dr.
Yeah,
Folk. Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, and it was very encouraging, the interview, and in few weeks or months we were in Pleasant Grove in the Utah Fertility Center, like creating our embryos. And yeah,
incredible. That's
yeah,
amazing that you heard about surrogacy from a journalist and were able to
yeah,
reach out
yeah,
to him and get the information.
yeah. It was
Wow.
amazing because we there were like some weeks that we didn't know what to do, and all of a sudden one day I was driving to my job and listening to a local radio, and I mean this journalist was talking about his experience, and I said, wow, that could be like a solution for us, or can be a good outcome for us, because we were struggling what to do, what not to do, and we really wanted to have a baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't know that journalist. I mean, he's quite well known here, but I didn't have any contact of him, and I contact him through Twitter. So I sent him like a private message, and yeah, in few days he replied to me, and yeah, it was easy in that way. Easy in that way.
That's incredible. Wow.
Yeah.
But there had to be a lot of emotions that came up when you'd lost the baby and were trying to come up with a way. How did you feel when you realized you really needed to work with surrogacy moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't easy. I mean, because I mean, myself and my Allen also, we wanted a baby, so we wanted to create a family. So, so these weeks, I mean, were not easy because we were talking to my Allen's doctor to see how we could change the pills or the medication so that we could go or we could have our own baby. But but the new pills were not working very well because uh, my Allen started having seizures.
Wow.
So because in her normal life, she has like a normal life, so she hasn't had any seizure in her everyday life. So but all of the sudden, when the pills were changed, she started having seizures. So it was quite, not very pleasant. So those during those weeks, I mean, we were like thinking, okay, let's first sort your thing, like the pill the medication thing, and then we will see what we can do. And I think it was during those weeks when I heard, the interview, and I said, okay, why don't we, look into this, what we can do, or, and yeah. So, we didn't have any hesitations. Oh, okay, no, because we know that in society sometimes, or sometimes no, but generally speaking, in society, is not very well seen or these kind of things. But for us, it was very easy because, yeah, in that way.
Nice. So once you heard about surrogacy, instead of feeling sad, you actually felt hopeful. You
No, of
felt like,
course, yeah.
well,
100%, yeah, and especially more. And I must tell you, when we got the first interview with you and Dr. Folk, because our idea, because before the interview we were talking with you, yes, with you, and Mayalen and I also were talking about, okay, perhaps Mayalen thought that perhaps she won't. She will not be able to have her own eggs, so because the pills and these kind of things. So when we got our interview and Dr. Folk told us, no, you can come and we can try, Mayalen, we can try to have your own baby. Yeah, I don't see any difficulty in having your own baby. So I remember that interview, very very well, and that was very encouraging, because we said, okay, let's go, and that was like very hopeful for us, and yeah.
incredible. So were there any moments during the pregnancy that you had anxiety or fears? How was the pregnancy? How did that go?
You mean the pregnancy of our surrogate, you mean?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Especially at the beginning, because being so far away, so it's not like having your wife or your partner like pregnant and you see every day, and you go to the OB every, like, I don't know, every 15 days or whatever, and you see the process with your proper eyes, and you see, you can talk to your doctor, but here it was different, because being so far away, like okay, I've got the meeting with our OB tomorrow at 10 a.m. So at that time I was working, so sometimes you have to rely on her everything. So
Right.
I think at the beginning it was a bit anxious, but as weeks went by, everything went like more relaxed, or more we get used to it, let's say. And but at the beginning it was like, because I remember texting her, and the first when we knew that she was pregnant was like, oh, come on, yes. But in 2 days, so how are you feeling? And sometimes it took us like 5 or 10 or maybe 2 hours, and we didn't have any reply. And I said, well, is she okay? So this kind of anxiety, but it wasn't really anxiety, but because the distance, and
Yeah,
and the
so
other thing,
there's
Tonya, yes, and the other thing is that the even though that the surrogate, we rely on the surrogate, you don't really know the person, even though that in 1 or 2 hour interview you think that it's a good person and can be the perfect surrogate. So really you don't know that person, so you need to go, you need to know that person progressively as weeks go by. So you need, we need to trust that person, and I think likewise. So
So I think that you're kind of mentioning it, feeling a little bit like you lose control of things. You just kind of have to learn how to go with it, and all of that. How would you describe how you coped with that lack of control, that feeling of her being so far away and things are happening? what was the way that you coped with that?
I mean, honestly, there is only one way. I mean, it's like, okay, you need to trust, and there is no other way. I mean, frankly, like, because I mean, our first surrogate um, um, was given to us by Utah Fertility Center. So for us, knowing that we had like, I mean, we had and we have like 100%, 100%. We rely on the clinic 100%. So we said, okay, if that person has been given to us by the clinic, I mean, we need to trust on her. So I think that was the main thing, because there is no other way to cope with that, because being so far away, I mean, the other way is like, okay, I'm gonna take the plane, I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna spend the 9 months with her. I mean, I'm gonna rent a house in the, you know, in the neighborhood, and I'm gonna go with her to the OB and to, you know, to everywhere. So I mean, I think there is no point doing that. I mean, so
Right.
yeah.
Trusting would be really, really scary. And I feel like that's one of the things that international families especially are like, how do I know that this is a good person? And how do I trust? But what you're saying is over time, you trusted her more and more and more. And you could see what she was doing to help you and felt very comfortable with the situation.
Exactly. Yeah, because you see that her response, like, okay, I've got like I've got a screening in 2 weeks. So perhaps sometimes, I mean, you don't forget that she's got the screening, but because of the time changing, so perhaps that by the time she's having like a screening, you are working. So all of a sudden you are working and you realize, okay, I've got the message, and she texts you, okay, everything is okay. So the doctor says everything is okay, and you realize that, wow, yes, that's the way it should be. So I think it's a kind of process, and yeah.
How do you feel like that the whole process has affected your relationship with Mayellen? Has it brought you closer together? Were there moments that it caused struggles in your relationship?
I mean, no. I mean, through when we started with the surrogacy process, no, because we had like a goal in the end. So, but I think when I told you before that during those weeks, that they were like hard moments, because I mean, I wanted to have I wanted to create a family. So there were like no fights, but there were like, you know, some cold moments, or I don't know how to describe that very well in English, but you know that something that doesn't go in the right direction, or in the way that both, I mean, the half orange and the other half orange, I mean, want to go in the same way. So I think those weeks were a bit cold, but once we had like a goal, there wasn't any friction or any bad moment. No.
Wonderful. That's really wonderful. Yeah, anytime someone has a miscarriage and is going through all of that grief and sadness, for sure, it affects your home and your relationship. But the hope of getting to that baby made all the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Amazing. Were there any difficult conversations that you had with your surrogate? Were there moments that things were kind of stressful? You've done it twice now. You've got two beautiful babies. And with two different surrogates, what kind of struggles did you have with the two of them? Any conversations that were kind of tense or difficult?
No, I wouldn't say tense, but as I told you before, I mean, especially with the first surrogate, I mean, I'm not saying the first surrogate was worse than the second one, but but perhaps the level of anxiousness in the first one in our side was higher.
Yeah.
So for example, I remember, as I told you before, that every time I text her, so when I didn't have any reply in 2-3 hours, it was like, oh, come on. But she should be answering me now, and this kind of things, not in a bad way, but I was a bit worried, and but this kind of thing. But apart from that, I don't recall any tense conversation. I remember with the first surrogate, because she had low preeclampsia at the very end of the pregnancy. So we had, our first baby was supposed to born 12th of May, and she was born 24th of April. So 3 weeks in advance. So but it wasn't tense. So she told us, okay, the doctor told me that I've got like low preeclampsia. So the pregnancy, the day has changed. So that changed everything, because we already had our flights, our hotels, and we had to change everything. But it wasn't tense. But I remember that conversation, because it was, we need to change everything now. So we need to think if we are going to travel earlier, or we need to maintain the flight. So these kind of things, but not tense with the surrogate. No.
So just to be sure that I understand, the first surrogacy went really smoothly until the very end, and you really had a great relationship with her. But because it was your first time doing it, it was scary. It was difficult to manage those emotions. But baby's healthy, and even though early, and you had to rush around to get to that little angel, it was, other than that, everything went really smooth.
It was, very, very smooth. And actually, the baby, Ellen, our first daughter, she was born while we were in Barcelona, because because our flight was canceled because of technical problems. So we got to Salt Lake City 3 days later. So our baby was born. So anyway, so the funny thing is that our surrogate with her husband pick us up from the airport to the to the hospital. And that's the funny thing of this.
But she's healthy and everything is good, and your relationship with that surrogate is still quite good.
The first surrogate is not on WhatsApp, because we use mainly WhatsApp, but from time to time we test her, showing some pictures, and
And with the second surrogate, how is your relationship with her?
The second one was perfect, because, and I think, we already knew the way. So, and apart from that, we were like more relaxed, because we already had one. So somehow, I don't know how to say that the pressure was gone. The pressure, no, but sounds perhaps not very, but so we were more relaxed. And and the second surrogate also was great. So she had like 6 babies on her own, and she was, she was a surrogate for the second time with us. She was, so for her was the 8th baby.
That's amazing.
So we rely on her like 100%. So we didn't, there was no any anxious moment, like, okay, I test her and I didn't have any reply for 2 hours. And no, I was really relaxed, because trust was there. So
amazing. So if somebody was getting ready to start their surrogacy journey, what would you tell them for advice? What would be, if you could speak to yourself before you started, what would you tell yourself?
I think the main, I think I would say that not to rush things, like go go steadily, like, because sometimes when you, when you are yearning for to create a family, when you want a child or a baby, you want it for yesterday, not for tomorrow. So,
Yes.
yeah, because sometimes you become so obsessed, so that you can create your family. But I think it's very important to stay very calm and to make the right decisions. So to make the right decisions, you need to be in calm and not, as I said before, not to rush things, and not to choose the first agency or the first, okay, I'm gonna pay whatever money is because I want a baby. And no, I think sometimes you need to think, and you need to contact different people and I say, okay, is that, I don't know, that agency reliable or not, or these kind of things. So sometimes asking twice or three times in different places, you don't miss anything. So sometimes it's like, okay, calm down and think twice, and yeah. Yeah.
That is really good advice. So slow down.
Yeah.
Really make good decisions because it's going to happen. It just may not happen as quickly as you'd like. Yeah.
Yeah. Because Tonya, imagine that we had our first interview, I think, if I'm not wrong, I think it was 2017 or 2017, more or less. And we went to the US for the first time, I think it was 2018 or 19, and our baby was born in 2022. So wow. Yeah.
It takes time.
Sometimes, yeah.
So if I'm understanding, you also would tell people to slow down, trust, find people that you trust, and then follow their lead. Trust their steps and allow them to help you, and then stay calm and trust the surrogate because she's doing what's right for you.
Yeah. And sometimes we think that the other person is thinking, like, because we watch a lot of films and a lot of drama films. So yeah, bad things happen, that's for sure. But I would say that mainly people are good. So are not intending to harm you or generally speaking, but yeah. I think you need to trust. Yeah.
So you would recommend surrogacy to fulfill your family to anyone?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah. No doubt about it. Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Elias. Thank you for spending your afternoon with me. I really appreciate it.
Pleasure, Tonya. Thank you.